안녕하세요. Today we are learning essential Korean family terms, words you will use all the time when talking about parents, siblings, grandparents, uncles, aunts, and more. You will also likely hear these constantly in conversations, K-dramas, and daily life. By the end of this video, you will know what these family words mean, how to use them naturally, and how to show the right level of respect in Korean culture. Let's begin. Part 1. Why knowing family terms is important in Korean culture. Before we jump into vocabulary, here's something important about Korean culture. In Korea, you don't always call people by their names, especially if they are older. Using someone's name with no title can sound too casual or even rude in the wrong situation. Korean family terms act as built-in respect markers. That's why family terms are so important. They show warmth, respect, and your understanding of the Korean social hierarchy. For example, calling your mom 엄마 feels close and loving, but calling her 어머니 sounds more formal and respectful. You might say this when introducing her to someone. So, learning these terms is more than vocabulary. It's learning how to connect with people in a Korean way. Part 2. Immediate Korean family vocabulary, parents, siblings. Let's start with the people closest to you, your parents and siblings. In Korean, 부모님 is the polite, natural word for parents, and it's the most common way to talk about your own parents respectfully. That 님 at the end as respect. Example, 제 부모님은 부산에 계세요. My parents live in Busan. 아버지 means father and 어머니 means mother. But at home, in relaxed everyday conversation, you can say 아빠 and 엄마. Let's look at a simple mini dialogue. A. 주말에 뭐 해요? What are you doing this weekend? B. 아버지 생신이에요. 그래서 부모님 댁에 갈 거예요. It's my father's birthday, so I'm going to my parents' house. Now, siblings. Korean has different words depending on your gender. If you're male, you can use 형, older brother, 누나, older sister. If you're female, 오빠, older brother, 언니, older sister. And for younger siblings, you can use the general term, 동생, younger sibling. But if you want to specify gender, you can use 남동생, younger brother, 여동생, younger sister. Example, 제 오빠는 운동을 좋아해요. My older brother likes sports. 제 동생은 아직 학생이에요. My younger sibling is still a student. 저는 남동생이 한 명 있어요. I have one younger brother. So, if you're female and talking about your older brother, you say 오빠. If you're male and talking about your older sister, you say 누나. Part 3. Extended Korean family vocabulary. Grandparents, uncles, aunts. Moving on to extended family. If you've ever wondered, how do I say grandfather in Korean? Here it is. The general word for grandfather is 할아버지. For grandmother, it's 할머니. When you want to specify you mean the grandmother or grandfather on your mother's side, add 외 in front. So you'd say 외할아버지 and 외할머니. Example, 제 할머니는 요리를 정말 잘하세요. My grandmother is really good at cooking. Next, aunts and uncles. 삼촌 is the general word for uncle, and it's also used for your father's brother if he's unmarried. If your uncle is on your mom's side, you say 외삼촌. For your father's older brother, there's a specific respectful term, 큰아버지. For your father's married younger brother, you say 작은아버지. For aunts, 고모 refers to your father's sister. 이모 refers to your mother's sister. For example, 이모는 선생님이에요. My aunt is a teacher. Here's a simple natural exchange. A. 주말에 누구 만나요? Who are you meeting this weekend? B. 이모랑 점심 먹어요. I'm having lunch with my aunt. Part 4. Cousins and other relatives. Now, let's look at a few more useful family terms in Korean. 사촌 means cousin. Example, 제 사촌은 저보다 1살 많아요. My cousin is 1 year older than me. To talk about nephews or nieces, we use 조카 for both genders. Example, 조카 생일이라서 선물을 샀어요. I bought a present because it's my nephew's birthday. If you're finding this lesson helpful, stay tuned. Soon we'll practice this in real Korean sentences and even do a mini challenge together. Part 5. Cultural nuances. When and how to address family members. Here's where culture becomes important. In Korea, you don't usually call family members by their names. You use their titles. So you say 형, 오빠, or 이모 instead of their names. For example, if your older brother's name is 준호, you don't call him 준호. You say 오빠 or 형 depending on your gender. So in English, you may say 준호, help me with this. But in Korean, 오빠, 이거 좀 도와줘. And when you're greeting your mom's sister, you don't use her name either. You simply say 이모 안녕하세요. Hello auntie. When talking about elders, use polite particles like 께서. 할아버지께서 말씀하셨어요. Grandfather spoke. Korean also has respectful forms for addressing or referring to someone else's family members. For example, 어머님, someone else's mother, 아버님, someone else's father. These are commonly used when speaking politely to adults, teachers, or in-laws. Example, 어머님 안녕하세요. Hello, ma'am. This would be said to someone else's mother, not your own. Even people who aren't related can be addressed with family terms in Korea. For example, children often call older women 이모 and older men 삼촌 as a polite and friendly way to address them, even if they are not family. Part 6. Common mistakes Korean learners make with family terms. A few mistakes come up often, so let's fix them before they stick. Mixing up titles depending on your gender. The speaker's gender matters for some family terms. Remember, male speakers use 형, 누나, and female speakers use 오빠, 언니. Using someone's name instead of their family title when they are older. In Korea, you usually don't call older family members by name. Instead of saying the person's name, you use terms like 누나, 형, 언니, and 오빠. Forgetting politeness with grandparents. Beginners sometimes use casual endings with grandparents. In Korean culture, you must use honorifics with 할머니 and 할아버지, such as 할머니께서, 할아버지께서는 하세요. Saying 부모 instead of 부모님. 부모님 adds respect and is the natural way to refer to your parents politely. Mini correction practice. Say the polite version of this sentence. 부모는 한국에 있어요. 부모님은 한국에 계세요. Part 7. Practice round. Say the terms naturally in sentences. Let's practice together. Repeat after me. 제 부모님은 서울에 사세요. My parents live in Seoul. 제 오빠는 운동을 좋아해요. My older brother likes sports. 할머니께서 공원에 가셨어요. Grandmother went to the park.
제 사촌이 곧 결혼해요. My cousin is getting married soon. Now, let's do fill in the blank exercises. I will say a sentence with a blank. You fill it in. 쟤는 부산에 계세요. Answer, 부모님. 쟤는 대학생이에요. Answer, 형 or 오빠. 께서 김치를 만드셨어요. Answer, 할머니. 이번 주말에 집에 가요. Answer, 이모. Now repeat each sentence out loud with the correct word. To keep practicing, we've prepared a free downloadable PDF with all the family terms and example sentences from today's video. You can review pronunciation, meanings, and quiz yourself anytime. Get it from the link below. Part 8. Recap and tips to remember family vocabulary. Let's quickly review. Immediate family, 부모님, 형 or 오빠, 누나 or 언니, 동생. Extended family, 할아버지, 할머니, 삼촌, 이모, 고모, 큰아버지, 외삼촌. Other relatives, 사촌, 조카. Tip. Think of Korean family terms as small respect markers. They tell people how close you are and how much respect you show. Cultural story and Q&A. Here's a quick cultural story to help you remember. When I was younger, one of my foreign friends called my mom by her name. She smiled, but everyone else was a bit surprised. Later, we explained that in Korean culture, it's more natural and respectful to say 어머님. So don't worry if you make mistakes. Koreans understand and they appreciate it when you try to be respectful. Quick Q&A. Can I call my friend's mom 엄마? No. Instead say 어머님, which is a respectful and natural way to address someone's mother. Do people really use family titles even outside the family? Yes. Especially with older people, it shows warmth and familiarity. Learning family terms helps you connect deeply with Korean culture and people. Practice using them when you talk about your family or even when watching K-dramas. Notice how characters address each other. You're doing great. Keep practicing a little every day, and soon these words will feel natural. 감사합니다, and see you in the next video.